Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Quantum Tater, say hello. Oh, it looks like there's a. Oh, I can just take this off right now. Looks like there's a picture in the background over there. Just like the way that was framed. It just looks like I've got like a moving image in the background. I don't. That's just this planet. All right. Last time on Spaceball Z. So we have seeds. We did this. So I've got 20 of every type of seed. That's every type. So it's great. It's great news. It's good news. Okay. Yeah, last time we were doing the return. And I've made a little hole for our lovely thing. I've got this thing mirrored up. I did do that. What else did I do? And I need to mirror the bottom side, get some cowling and stuff done. That's going to be something I work on this round. And then I think this round we're also going to go ahead and transplant the refinery to that right there, to the back of this thing. So, I will say, coming in here real quick, we can, actually let's go ahead and, we're going to have to grab some parts really quick. What do we need? Components is the word of the day. So let's say 100 of those, 100 of those, 100 of those. That should be perfect. I made a meal pack red pellets. I don't know why. I just decided why not make some red pellets. So let's get into this guy here. And Chad mentioned that I should go ahead. Better to have and not need than to not have and need. No, I don't remember exactly what he said exactly. I said exactly twice. I'm trying to remember. It is very dark in here. Chad said, see, you tried to take the return out for a spin without getting permission first, and then right after you said you didn't have gyros on it, you did it without it. Yeah, I did do that. And then he said we fully expect tater tots within the next year. There will be no tater tots, Chad. No tater tots. I already, yeah, no tater tots. Anyways. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So, as for getting the prototype space, he said I could build a top mount for the return, make it look like the 747 carrying the space shuttle. That'd be kind of cool. Perhaps I missed the placement of them on the return, but if not, don't forget an antenna, a remote control block. Better to have them not need them than to not have them and need them. I agree, and I was just looking for where the heck my remote control block is on. That's programmable. We don't need one of those. That's what timer blocks don't count either. Okay, so we can do remote. I like to have remote. I like to spell the word remote. I like to have remote blocks as well. And I like to point them in the way. So we'll call this is docking remote. Docking remote. There we go. Yeah. Anyways. So that is that. We gotta have a remote. We need some lighting in here, more than that little light right there. That's just not enough. So what I think we could do really quick, if we wanted to, we could probably grab some of these lights right here. Maybe do a few light panels, like one right there, one right there, just to get a little light going. Nothing crazy, nothing too bright, just to illuminate the space, maybe a wee bit. And then I'm gonna fly out of here. And then an antenna block I will be placing, but not yet. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to time lapse. We're going to do a quick speed run of getting the bottom cowled out a little bit. Just a little. I'm not going to go crazy, but I definitely want to round some stuff out and give it a good look. So I'm going to do that really quick. I'm going to pick it back up. Also, Lord Chaos, welcome back in. It's been a minute since I think I saw a comment from you. But thank you for commenting. He said the return looks good so far. A bit more greebling to finish it off. Then Tetris in the refinery, Chad said, put it on top like a little piggyback shuttle. I think I also will put it on back. I had the idea of putting it on the bottom. I just to like balance it out, but I think on top's gonna work. So let's get some greebling done, and yeah, away we go. Alrighty. God, this weather is trash. Trash. I popped a med thingy or whatever it's called, but okay. Okay. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had a what did I have? I had a moment. You know what we need to do? Before we do that, let's go ahead and pop on over. I can't see squat. Let's not get too confident here. Man, this weather is absolute booty cheeks. Fog plus radiation storm. Well, you can't get better than that. I sort of see. I'm trying not to careen into this. Fly safely, fly safely. Fly safely, fly safely. We definitely need to go up there and see if seeds are done. They are. Okay, what do we need? Let's take a quick inventory. So we've got plant, and so we can plant these. Vegetables, we need, how many do we need? We need, if we want to do another round of full vegetables, we would have to do nine vegetable seeds. If we had the vegetables, we don't have the vegetables though, do we? We don't. Harvest small insect connector. Where's this? I don't know where those are from. So in order, so we can plant the fruit this round, but vegetables, do we have any vegetables? I don't think we do. I think we're tapped on vegetables. Yeah, we don't have any more vegetables. Okay, so we need to plant all of those, and then let's just grab, let's do 9 coffee beans, because we've got, that's the second thing we've got the least amount of. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll get those seeds produced really quick, and we'll plant coffee beans and and vegetables, and that'll be the 16. Oh man, I did a dumb, and I pulled a muscle on my arm that they had to reattach my bicep on, and so I just did that. I had to go answer. That's why I had to be right back, because I had to go answer the door, and I was doing something, and I oh there we go. Okay, so you don't have those. Okay, bap, 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 bap. And anyways, yeah, I went to go just move a box, and I thought I was lifting with only one hand. I was not, and I did a dumb. So as you do, as you're one to do, doing a dumb. At least the fog is over. That's good, so we can see a little better. I will say, I went into creative, and I totally 1000% made a version of this guy with machine guns. It's pretty fun. I gotta say, it's not bad. I think the only problem with it is docking. It's probably the thing that's hard to do if you only had to do third person. Oh yeah, that's great. There we go. Perfect. All right, and now the storm's clearing. Now that I've wasted that thing. All right, so we've got the bottom of this done. To my satisfaction, I think it looks pretty good. We probably want to throw on at least a mag plate somewhere. Um, just for good measure, we'll take and we'll grab. Oh, yes, indeed we will. We can do. Let's do. Heck yeah, new mag plate to the rescue. Right there and right there. Beautiful. Ourselves a little mag plate, so we have it, so we can lock it down. That's beautiful. I don't mind that this cowling just stops right there. I think that looks pretty good. So now it's all over but the crime. What we got to do now, and what we can do, let's go ahead and do this. Let's come into here. Oh, I also, if you didn't notice, I put this in last round. I put that in. So we've just turned off. We've just turned off the mines. Yep, they're off. Perfect. That's what we need. Let's go to get into this thing. We're gonna have to come over here. We're gonna have to switch locks. Reverse. All right. Here's where this is where the trouble's gonna come in. We've got to cut this thing loose. I'm thinking the best way to do that is to first make sure the projector is turned off. Do I have a button with the projector anywhere on here? Projector, make sure the thing is turned off. It is in fact turned off. Alright, let's go ahead and do the surgery part of this. We're gonna want this guy, this guy, this guy. I think the problem is this might be attached right there. Ugh, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how bad it's gonna get. Okay, these are all good. So that's not going to be in the way.
Inventory full.
Bob, you here? Could you pick that up, please? There we go, thank you.
Inventory full.
Dang it. We're going to need to... And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we might be able to cut this free without doing too much more than this. Let's go ahead and get this piece off right there. And let's just knock that off. Okay, and then you're free. Okay. 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 Okay, we can do this. Now, grab this guy here. Whee! Let's see what we got. Okay. I don't think I have easy detach. I'm almost positive I don't now. Huh. Dang. We're gonna have to cut the, I did a dumb.
Inventory full.
I did a dumb, is what I did. I don't think, ooh, I don't have a way to detach this without literally excising the whole thing. Let me see if I,
Low.
let me go over here and get some fuel real quick. This is a different problem that I didn't wholly anticipate. Cause yeah, I don't know where all the attachment points are. Yeah, they're all over this thing. This is gonna be, we're gonna have to chop the anchor into little pieces. Yeah, this is gonna be...
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Man, I didn't expect it to chop this whole thing up, is what's happened here. Alright, we've got that done right there. Alright, begin surgery. What are we still attached to? That right there? And that should be cut loose in just a second. Okay, we are not yet free. What are we still attached to? You probably? Nope, don't do that. Bye, Bob. That should be free. That's not free. How is that not free? What are we still attached to? I don't know what we're still attached to. Oh no, is it attached to the cargo container? Shit. It might be. That doesn't seem like an attachment point for the cargo container. You know what? Let's go and do this. Let's stick this block right here. I don't know what's going to happen when we grind that down, so... Man, this thing is pretty much chopped out. That should be it. That should definitely be it. It definitely should be. Hey, look at that. Okay. Okay. We've got a Prototech refinery. That's fun. Let's go ahead and save, just in case Bob gets stupid and starts grinding this thing down. Bob's been known to do some stupid stuff before. Alright, so really quick, the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to come over here. And we're going to do this right here. Going to kind of land on the ground. Okay, and then we're going to... Nope, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. We're going to lock down, and then we're going to turn off the thing so the thing stops trying to spin. Okay, so what we need to do is basically figure out how to anchor this thing to that. And we could probably lock this thing back down, even though it is no longer functional in any meaningful way. We can still get this thing locked back up. That way it's not just sitting out here in the open. Even though functionally this is now just a piece of pointless gear. We can still do it. Yeah, this isn't airtight anymore, obviously, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get this reversed down. See if it lurches it forward. It didn't. That's okay. We can still switch lock. Okay. So that part's done. That's good. Come in here real quick. We'll get some health back. Or not health. You know what I mean. We'll get this stuff back. Okay. Now, What we don't have on our bars anywhere that I know of, we need a merge block. Because I also, because I don't have the easy weld and grind, I don't have the easy detach, which is what I was missing there. So let's say we probably don't need this thing anymore. And stick merge block right there. Perfect. Now, what we need to do, we kind of need to say, okay, this is going to be like so. That's my guess. Okay. So if we're looking at that, and we do turn on our dampeners, and we're coming over here, and we want it to be about right there, right? We want it to be right about there. Please hold. Okay, we're back. So if we look at this, and we think, okay, that's going to be right there-ish, what we need to do then is first and foremost, in order for it to be right there, we have to what? For it to be in this exact spot we want it, there needs to be a block here, and then there needs to be, based on that block right there, we'll take and do a block there. And nope, that's not correct. Because what's going to happen is, so we're going to have to do, okay, we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to do this right here to get this merged on. Alright, we only have one shot at this because I can't do the easy detach method, so... Is that where I want it? Before? Well, that's not true. That's not true. We don't only have one spot. We don't only have one shot. It's just, if I plug that in right there, is that going to be high enough? Let's take a look. Let's see if we can't zoom in a bit. And I lift this up, and I center those together. We're going to save. Because I'll probably reload. If this doesn't do what I want it to, we might just cheese it. There it is. Is that what we wanted? That's pretty good. That's what we got. It may not be what we wanted, but it is what we got. So, cool. That's not what I wanted. Take that off there, please. Did I remirror that? That looks brighter, right? That color looks lighter than the other colors. Did I do a dumb and oh, somehow it is lighter. Weird. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so now let's go ahead and unlock this guy. Whoa. Successful. The lift, the robot lift, the robot L, Series L, did exactly what we needed it to do. It was flawless in its design. There we go. Lock this guy down. Perfect. Now look at that. Do we take it out for a spin while it's got all this crap on there? Probably. That's probably a good idea. Let's see. What we need to do is we need to do this right here so that... Oof, this is hard to do sometimes. Do I like the way that looks? I kind of like the way that looks. It looks a little wonky, but it's not too bad. I think that is... And then if we want to get crazy and creative, check this out. What we do is we grab this block here. And we go blop. And then we do this right. Nope. Got this. Will you please crouch and stop being a pain in my booty cheeks? Oh yeah, look at that. That's gonna be great. And then we can... Oh, you know what we should do? We'll do this. No, I don't want to do that. That's not bad actually, but...
Fuel low.
Look at that. That's
Fuel
gonna be awesome.
critical.
Get that refilled. Come on, pop it up there, pop it up there, pop it up there. Alright, we did it! We did it. We attached it. We got some thrusters. It's gonna be glorious in so many different ways. Here's what I say we do. I say we give it a quick spin. Who's with me? Do we try to do this? Okay, we're gonna save again because, as you know, it is imperative that we don't not save. Are we stable? We are currently in stable altitude. That's great. Return hydrogen thruster. We need to do all of these. So thrust. Replace name with... Oh, I'm sorry. And then we turn... Oh, shoot. That was nearly terrible. Now, if we fly up really quick and we cut off... Okay, yeah, it still works. Alright, so now we can give it a quick zip around. We also have some landing gear, so let's do... landing... Return landing gear. Place name. And then group them. Do that. We'll show off terminal. Do this, do this. We'll say return landing gear group. We're going to do number 4. I'm going to switch lock. And then if we want to, we can come over here. Oh, careful, careful. We are heavy. We're heavy for the number of downward thrusts we have. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, and then we can turn these off. And then what we need to do, we need to go to the landing gear and make sure that we turn off auto lock is off and used for park is off. And look at that. We got ourselves a ship. And it can hold itself up in this gravity, which means everywhere else it should be freaking flawless. So one thing I do want to do, I think what I want to do is this right here. We're gonna drop it in like that. Give it some points. We need some lights on this thing. We're gonna have to do some extra stuff. So let's go ahead and we're gonna get that going next. The wind is killing me. I don't know if you guys hear this, if it translates well to y'all when I'm recording, But when that wind is just blowing, ugh, it is obnoxious. All right, back to building. Let's go. I am truly at a loss. I don't really know exactly what. Thank you. I do not know exactly what is going on and why this is counting as a leak, but we're gonna need to take that out, I guess, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy. Oh no, I just screwed up. What did I just chop down? Oh no, that's just... I, yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but... It doesn't seem like this can be made airtight, is what I'm guessing. Is what it feels like anyways. Because that... Why is that still rendering out? Okay, you know what we need to do? We're gonna go ahead and redock. Okay, so engine's on. Whew, this is hard to do. There we go. Alright, so clearly these doors are... That's not going to be airtight. I don't... It's going out behind that is the problem. What? Okay, we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna do this. I think that's what's gonna happen. We're going to... What? That's probably acting as a thing, so we'll do this. We're gonna do this here. And then we're gonna need the remote control block can definitely go right here. I want an event controller for docking, which we can put right here, and then we can do a remote control block for... We don't have a way to get an air vent in here. Please hold. Yeah, we do. Okay. We got this. We got this. We got this figured out. We got it figured out, guys. Okay, do this there. Event controller for docking. We'll say you're going to be return doors event controller. And you'll be return docking event controller. Perfect. And then you are going to be for yes. Yes. Okay. Problem pseudo solved. So what we need now, in addition to that, we're going to need a timer block for the doors, at least. And then I actually think we're probably also going to need, we'll say what's going to be return doors timer block. And I think what we're going to probably need as well is we're going to need one for launching. But this should be good for now. So if I come up here really quick and we can do this super fast. We can turn the engines on. We disconnect this guy. We say docking. This is going to be connector locked unlocked. We're going to do the return connector back to this. We're going to have to set everything back up, which is obnoxious, but that's okay. So when connected, we turn off the engines and on the engines. When connected, we recharge battery and then set to auto. And what else? Something else. Oh yeah, and then we want the engine, or we want the hydrogen tank to stockpile on, stockpile off, and there we go. That should be that. So now we can knock that off and that'll automatically do that. Now, the next thing we need to do, I want to put a button in, I think is what I want, because I was thinking about this. Instead of opening doors, what I'll do is, we need a button panel. That's what we need. Set this here. That's very hard to place in a situation like this. And then what we could have this do, this will trigger, what will this trigger? Well, let's trigger a timer. What we want it to do is we'll do timer block here. doors timer and setup action. Basically, upon start, we will set so first we need doors. What are they called? What is this door called? Do we know? What is this thing called? It is called the center door. Yeah, center door. What the hell? Okay. Center. Oh my gosh, if I could type, that'd be really good. Center door. So we're gonna put these to return center door. Take them off terminal, and then the timer block. What we're gonna want this thing to do is we're gonna basically come into here. We're gonna say in the actions, when we press this button, the first thing it's gonna do. Okay, no. What? We're gonna need a second timer block. So dang it, man. Return doors timer block 1, and then. Oh man, I'm struggling today. Struggle bus is real. So put that there. We need another timer block, and we're gonna do one that looks like the other type of timer block. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. So timer block 1. What this is gonna do is it's going to instantaneously trigger timer block 2, which will it's going to do two things. One, the first thing it's going to do is it's going to do something. I know my thoughts are incomplete because I'm struggling to figure out. Okay, return air vent. That's what we need. That's the first thing it's gonna do. So we're gonna okay, I've got it now. Timer block 1. First thing it's gonna do, instantaneously, it's going to say we're going to take the air vent and we're going to set it to depressurize on. Then it's going to trigger the second timer block, start timer. And then this timer block, what this is going to do is after, we'll say 10 seconds, we'll leave it default for now, it's going to open the doors. So first, let's test it. So, and then what this is going to do is we're going to say return doors 1, we're going to say start. So we press the button. So that's set to depressurize. And then 10 seconds later, because it's got to have time to empty the area, it will open the doors. And then in theory, I should be able to climb out of here. I can. Yay! Okay, that works. Step 1 complete. Return remote control. Okay. So that opens the doors. That's the button that opens the doors. That's... Okay, do we need another button? We'll probably need another button. Or we use the event controller. We could use the event controller, and the way that would work, if we did the event controller, and we say, okay, we want this to be the doors event controller, what'll happen is, when cockpit seat is occupied, add block, select actions, it will, when occupied, it will close the doors automatically, and then once that happens, it can, and it will set the return event controller to depressurize off, right? So now if we fly up here, and we sit in this, we go boop. It shuts the doors, and we should be getting oxygenated. We are. Beautiful. So we don't have to press the button to shut the doors. We press this button to open the doors. And this is building it, by the way, don't do this, guys. Don't be me and build a ship vertically. That is the most awkward way to do this, in my opinion. Okay, that's what'll happen. That's how that's gonna work. That's beautiful. That works swimmingly. It's exactly what we've always wanted. I'm going to. So here's what I'm gonna do, because I realized that we've been building this ship for quite a minute now, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with it. But what I'm gonna do, I think I'm going to get some final block details in for me the way I would like them to be. Like that. And then I think what's going to happen is we're going to just go ahead and slap in some blocks there. I don't know. I don't have anything to do special with these. We're going to get this thing filled up. What I'm going to do is I think we're going to call it here. I'm going to get a paint job. I'm going to get a paint job on this thing. And the big reveal will be next episode when we go to space. We take our block back. We take our food back. I don't even know if I put storage on this thing. I don't think I did. That's dumb on my part. Tell you the truth, I don't know. I have no idea if I put storage on this ship or not. I'm guessing I didn't. So, but I'm going to add some lights. I'm going to get a paint job and all those things. And then we'll see what happens, you know. I do have small cargo containers. Small. I have 2 small cargo containers. That's beautiful. How much do those carry? 375 liters. So if we wanted to get industrious and try to put stuff into there, seeds should be able to pass through those. So let's go ahead and eat our red pellets. Tasty. Lovely red pellets. It's the best stuff in the world. And then what I'm going to do, yeah, we're going to call it, guys. We finished the ship. Take off the lights. We're going to add some lights to it. I'm going to get a paint job on it. I noticed that those bricks are all not the same color. The bricks. Like Lego, yeah. I like the way this thing looks. I think it's got a incredible profile. I think it looks cool. I'm excited to get it into space. I'm excited to go do our return trip. I think, oh, I was trying to land on top like a cool kid. Yeah, I think this is going to be awesome, and the screenshot is going to be awesome. And I like all the shapes on this. I think it does a good job of doing what I wanted it to do. It looks interesting. It uses some new blocks, uses some old blocks. It looks somewhat phallic. That's the ship, guys. And I think what's going to happen, so what I'm going to do, we're going to call it here. I'm going to get this thing painted up. We'll do the big reveal next episode. And then we take this bad boy to space. We connect up with the adder. Once we get the adder connected up, we go home. With our seeds, we got 20 of each seed. That's going to be the next thing we do. I'll get it loaded up. We'll make sure that's done. I'll probably go bake some food over there. And then we kind of mothball this stuff. And when we come back, yeah, when we come back, that'll be what we do. And that's going to be great. I'm excited all about it. I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. I love the comments. Thank you guys. We are cruising towards, what is this? This is, think, 85. We're cruising towards 90. Episode 90. We're gonna, I think we'll wrap before 90, but I'm excited to do the big reveal next time on what this ship's gonna look like painted up. I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will catch you later, taters. And as always, be kind, stay ornery. Bye.